Girl, today on 40 something and nothing, we were talking about friendships versus allies and why in our 40s it is so important that we have both, right? And to hear the full recap, please go check out the podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts and it's on Spotify as well. The link is in the bio in the description below. But just a quick overview and summary. If you, number one, can count on more than one hand, right? The number of friends that you have, then you're doing too much. We're going to have to decrease that because you should not be able to count more than one hand how many friends you have, right? Friends are about people who you have built history with, shared experiences, shared emotional moments with. And if it's just a mountain of people, then you have quantity and not quality, right? So we really, especially in our 40s, we want to take stock and really take inventory about the people that we have in our lives and if they are showing up as we need them to be in this stage in our lives. Am I showing up as the friend that you need me to be in this stage of our lives, right? And the way that we do that is really start asking those questions. Do I have someone that is a dream keeper or a dream killer? And I personally, right now, the phase that I'm going through in my life at the moment, I need dream keepers, right? I need people who are going to see my vision, see my potential, and help to propel me forward, right? Not pull me back. And one of the big things that I touched on the podcast today was the napkin theory. I was right here on YouTube watching this video, and this young lady was talking about how a monk explained to her the napkin theory, where you take this napkin and the center of it, right? You can pinch that center up, and that can be correlated to your success, right? So you're going up and up and up. And if you look at the four corners of that napkin, they're still kind of flat to the surface, right? And so you can put the people that are in your life in those four corners, right? And a lot of times they are afraid that your center, you're lifting up, leaving them behind. And they try to pull you back sometimes, or, just to keep you flat at that same surface that they're at. But that's because they can only see in that moment. And what they don't realize is that eventually, the higher that you go, the full napkin comes with you, right? But they don't see that. They don't see that your growth is pulling them up. But if you have allies will see it regardless. Whether they can understand the vision or really get it or not, they can tell and they know that you're going somewhere. And they understand that your growth is growth for all, right? My win is your win is my win. We winning, right? It's enough room and space for everybody to do so. And so I want to surround myself with allies. Now, if you can have that rare, special gem in your life that is both a friend and an ally, because those type of people are very few and far between, right? I happen to have a couple. God has blessed me, and consider yourself blessed if you can really look at your friends and say, these people are also my allies. But a lot of us don't have that. So then what do? Well, you need to start attracting the allies that you need. You first of all, live your life by your vision. See your own vision, be your own ally, right? And understand where you're going or where you want to go or where you see yourself going. And really be particular about who you allow in that space, who you give your energy to, who you tell your dreams to, right? And start attracting, because you will start attracting like-minded individuals who get it. They get it. They see where you're going. And it may not, like I said, it may not make sense to them fully. And it doesn't need to, but they're going to see that this is where you want to go, and they understand, and they're going to challenge you and call you out. One of my besties called me up and was like, girl, where's the skincare? What are you doing? right? Because friends make everything, they're designed to make your life comfortable. Friends bring comfort. What I need is uncomfortable. I need people to call me out on my stuff. I need allies that are going to be like, yeah, no, get it together. What are you doing? Let's go. Get up. Let's do this. And like I said, if you're able to have a friend in your life that is able to juggle both of those roles, then you're blessed. But if you don't, listen to the podcast, because I touch on how to attract those types of individuals that you need, right? And just first of all, be an ally to yourself. Support yourself, show up for yourself, challenge yourself, and then be an ally for someone else. I had to, in all transparency, I had to learn the same exact thing. I have a husband who is quite popular, quite famous in the realm of what he does. He is a motorcycle stunt rider, and his success and his growth started making it really started having an effect on me, making me feel like as he goes up, he's just going to be leaving me behind. But that was because my mind was in the wrong space. I was not at my higher self. My mind wasn't clear. I was drinking a lot back then, which is why I'm on my sobriety journey since February. I have not had a drink whatsoever, and I'm proud of myself. But I had a lot of growing and learning to do to understand that his growth and his success doesn't correlate at all with me feeling or needing to feel threatened by it, and pretty much like the napkin theory, pulling down his four corners, trying to keep him at my level. No. What I needed to do was wake up, get myself together, get my mind right, put the alcohol down, which I did, and meet him. When he gets to his peak and he looks to his right, I want him to see his wife, right? And so I had to learn how to be his wife and his ally at the same time. I had to learn how to be his biggest cheerleader, be his supporter, but it started with me having to do it for myself. It wasn't going to work until I did it for myself, until I looked in the mirror and did a deep, hard sweep of my entire existence and really started to make some much needed changes. Was I able to see where I was lacking and start repairing those things? And now that have been doing that and putting the work in and putting the time in for myself, I am now able to be his ally, not taking his success as a threat to me, but as encouragement. Like, I look at my husband now and I'm like, I am so proud of him. I want to be my husband when I grow up. Like, trust me, like, he is just relentless with his dreams and his goals, and what he needs is allies, right? And so that's what I'm saying. I want to encourage you to really take a hard look at who is in your life and start really identifying whether this person is an ally or a dream keeper, dream killer. And do you need that person in your life, or do you need to build a stronger bond with that person because they are giving you that encouragement that you need, and maybe you haven't been receiving it well, and that sort of thing. So just take stock of who is in your life and really start making allies the goal. That's what we got to do. We have to really start making allies the goal. Having allies in our lives is the goal. People they don't care about your comfort, okay? They're going to call you out and push you forward, propel you to your next level. And that's what I want for myself. That's what I want for you. And like I said, if you want to check out the full podcast, it is available on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. We meet there every Sunday and just having grown woman conversation about being in our 40s. We are just trying to navigate that so that we can grow and glow into our 50s, okay? Ready for that next chapter. And yeah, we need allies, not more friends. Yeah. All right, girl. If you want to connect, You can find me here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm pretty much everywhere. I'm on all socials. And yeah, I will be here next Sunday with a new video. In the meantime, the homework is, this is your homework. Do the inventory. Make a list of the people that are in your life and really start identifying who stays and who you may need to release from. At this age, in our 40s, allies are very important. Very, very important. All right. Love you, girl. Bye.